All right, ladies and gents, so welcome back. Here we are in game number 2 of Orange Esports facing off against TongFu here in the last set of semifinals. This actually could be the last game of the day. We'll see if TongFu can clean sweep this set of semifinals 2-0 or if Orange can bring it back and at the very least take us into a game 3 ace match. Not a bad first game though, Kawa. It was pretty interesting. We saw a lot of interesting hero picks. I got to see a Lycan for the first time. My Lycan cherry was popped.
Yeah, I really thought that they were going to be able to do a lot more with the Lycan pick to be able to pressure a lot earlier than what I thought was going down, but it just ended up that they allowed that anti-mage, they allowed Hao to just completely farm up without any contest, and that just allowed him to just snowball out of control and just eventually, a lot earlier than what was previously conceived, just kind of roll down
Yeah.
Team Orange. So really, that was crazy. That was
Crazy good anti-mage farm. And I always think to myself, when you see an anti-mage who almost undoubtedly is going to be picking up a Battle Fury, if he doesn't go that Vanguard first, you really need to punish that Battle Fury. Right when he picks it up, that represents a huge economic investment where he doesn't have a whole lot to show for it. Yeah, he has great farming potential, but right now, that anti-mage is super squishy, and just the complete opposite of that happened. It's like he picked up a, 15-minute Battle Fury, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh crap, now he's 5-0. What? He right-clicked a
Exactly.
butterfly? Where?
Butterfly immediately just saving up stockpiling 7,000 gold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no big.
It's like you have to check that, you know? If someone goes Midas, that's your time, man. That's your golden opportunity. They made the investment. Now you gotta punish them for it, man. You gotta pound, just like StarCraft. They fast expand, you gotta punish it, man. You can't let them get away with that. Hatchery first. You gotta punish them. And it's the exact same way I think about it when I see a Battle Fury come out on somebody like Anti-Mage. But we'll see. And we'll see how the bans differ in this game. Orange Esports, though, going to throw a ban out on Lycan to start things off. Naga Siren going to be their second. Waiting on that last one, but of course, Leshrac, Rubik, and Enchantress here are going to come out for TongFu.
Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary right now in terms of banning. So it looks like a Darkseer is actually inside of the pool. So that's going to definitely be picked up by somebody here
And
within the
Furion.
first portion of the draft. Yeah, and Furion too. So it's kind of like, well, who do we pick first? Which crazy hero do we pick up first right now? And I honestly think Darkseer, even though he's still there, and Furion is a great pick for like split pushing in those situations, I honestly think that Darkseer is just going to be all around probably a lot better because next to Leshrac, I really feel like he's probably one of the most dynamic heroes in the game that's just being able to be utilized at every point.
Right. And that's definitely a key thing to point out. And obviously, we see TongFu putting a lot of thought into this, trying to decide what to do with that mighty first pick. Yeah, and it seems these days, there are those core heroes that are almost insta-ban, but the one that seems to almost never get through is that Naga Siren. I mean, she is just Lycan, we saw slip through once, but Naga is just, you don't see her. She's too good.
Seriously, but that is going to be the Darkseer pickup for TongFu. So great pick for them, but obviously we're going to be seeing Orange here just going to try and pick up that, I believe, going to be picking up the Furion, which is going to be very, very solid. So that's probably going to be on its way. And then we also have, it's kind of going to depend, though, on what Orange is going to want to pick up after this. Their most pick heroes is actually the Queen of Pain and Windrunner Chen. So, oh, actually, there it is. Yeah, the Queen of Pain along with Nature's Prophet. So definitely going to be seeing a Queen of Pain here.
Not surprised to see the Queen, but I was thinking maybe even a Lone Druid. We've talked about the Lone Druid versus Darkseer a little bit. Might not be a bad choice here for Orange.
They might pick him up a little bit later, but it's kind of going to depend now because now they have the 2 hero picks for TongFu. Queen of Pain's going to be a pretty solid pickup for them. I don't know who is going to be going on it. It's going to be between Yamate and Mushi. Both of them really like to play that hero, so going to be looking out for that one. But TongFu still have a lot at their disposal. Kind of depends on what they want to go for here. The Venomancer, probably a very nice pickup for them. They do enjoy playing Venomancer. Actually, yeah, Venomancer is one of the top pick heroes for them, as well as Dragon Knight. So wouldn't be too out of the ordinary to see that. And actually, they go for the Morphling Sand King.
Yeah, an interesting combo. And I was actually considering Morphling in my head because some of these Asian teams are all about the Morphling pick and others not so much. And I was trying to postulate in my head if I could recall either of these teams playing Morphling a fair bit. but I didn't vocalize just in case. But alas, Morphling Sand King. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be it's a solid pickup. Morphling's gonna be great. I want to see what item build they're gonna be going for him first right now. Morphling obviously gonna be played by How. He loves playing that hero, and I feel like I see a lot Asian teams going for a BKB, not first, but like rather I believe probably a second pick. They really like going for that depending on the hero composition. We'll have to see what the rest of Orange's lineup is going to be, but I feel that that's going to be a really nice one for Morphling so far. He's probably going to go for the Ethereal Blade first, though. Shotgun is just so powerful in this in this lineup, regardless of like whatever hero is on the map for Orange. It's just going to be such a useful pickup, and that's going to be a Shadow Demon here for Orange.
All right, so what do you make of that Shadow Demon pick? In my head that whole time, I was just saying it's going to be Lone Druid. It's going to be Lone Druid, and it wasn't, so not even close. So Anti-Mage going to get banned out here by TongFu. What do you make of that Shadow Demon third pick, though?
Shadow Demon, well, he's obviously going to be played support Ice, the hero on Orange, or the player on Orange that's going to be most used to that. It's going to depend on what the rest of the lineup is going to be right now, since they don't really have a Leshrac, or the Leshrac was actually banned in the banning phase, the first banning phase actually. He's not going to be able to do any of that crazy combo synergy with him with the split earth and everything, so you might be looking for just like a little extra stun here on Orange. It's kind of going to depend. They go for a Venomancer ban, which is going to be pretty solid because you're not going to want TongFu to try and take that defensive support at all. So Venomancer, actually, yeah, they've done their research. They know TongFu is very comfortable playing that Venomancer, one of the top heroes on that team, so that's going to be pretty solid, as well as TongFu going for the anti-mage ban. So there you go.
Yeah,
the anti-mage ban.
No, definitely. And you know, Orange here, the only problem I see with their roster so far is the lack of, not even sure stuns, just the lack of stuns in general. I guess for that matter, the lack of disable. I mean, they have what's it called? Shadow Demon's thing that disables people.
Disruption?
Disruption, that's it. I was going to say Dispersion, and that's totally the thing that lets Shadow Priests survive. So totally just way off in left field, man. It's catching up to me a little bit. I think the caffeine rush from my 2 teas is finally starting to simmer down a little bit, like a first grader taking a nap.
I know what you're talking about. Same here. Same here.
So, but anyhow, they do have that lack of stuns in general, which limits kind of their last picks here a little bit. And you know, I'm thinking Orange may, well, both sides. Enigma is still on the board. Is the thought that comes to mind right now.
I want to see if TongFu's going to go for that Crystal Maiden, if they're going to want to kind of mimic that popular European combination with a Morphling Crystal, and actually go for, you know, a tri-lane. The Sand King could actually follow suit with that, and then having the Darkseer in the solo Suicide. So really want to see if they want to go for that. That would be actually pretty cool. So they have that at their disposal, and usually the fourth pick is Crystal Maiden. Actually, on almost every instance, you could actually go and check out a Dota Academy. Fourth pick usually will be that Crystal Maiden.
Really?
So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Perhaps that will be the case here. Both teams, though, putting a lot of thought into this draft. You see the reserve time, only 8 seconds left for Orange, and TongFu now going to theirs as well. It's sort of interesting. It felt like last game the draft actually went by pretty quickly. So I guess Orange really thinking about this. I think last game perhaps they were thinking, oh, we got Lycan, it's in the bag, and then now they're like, uh-oh. Need to think about countering TongFu a little more effectively.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say at this point right now. They're being super cautious about this next one that they're going to pick up. So really it's kind of going to depend. I know Kaboo definitely going to be playing that Sand King, for sure going to be playing that Sand King, but really it's coming down to the wire right now as their bonus time is at like 10 seconds, so they're really going to have to pick quick.
Exactly. Oh, it's going to be the Tide Hunter. So not the Crystal Maiden you were talking about, but still Tide plays kind of a similar role. The problem, though, does he fit into that tri-lane that you were talking about? And I don't know that that's the case.
He fits pretty well. He's there. I mean, you've only got the one stun from Sand King, but he's going to be able
Yeah.
to do the gush. The snare is going to be pretty solid. So that's going to be nice. It's still going to work, and also it's going to be great because the Tide Hunter is going to be able to absorb a little bit more damage than the
Hmm.
Crystal Maiden.
That's
Crystal
true.
obviously just going to melt to any of that burst that's going to be happening from Orange
Yep.
because they still don't even know what the next two picks are. So that's actually a pretty good pickup, I'd say, from TongFu here.
Yep, and there it is. The Enigma that I was talking about is going to come out for Orange. I think that's exactly what they needed with their lack of disable and stuns. Enigma going to bring both of those to the table. A huge ulti, and of course his stun as well. So I like that choice. What makes me nervous about Tidehunter in that tri-lane is, I guess I probably should have qualified a little bit, because he does fit into tri-lanes, as you were saying. My problem with this is that the double melee tri-lane is what makes me a little bit nervous about it. Given the amount of range for Orange, if it ends up being a double melee versus a double range tri-lane, I think TongFu may struggle a little bit. But Bat Rider going to be their last pick. Certainly not one we see too frequently.
No, not
No.
at all. Like
Yeah, show that to
yeah.
your statistics, Kawa.
Seriously, I mean, it's between Yamate and Winter on who's gonna be playing that guy, but I mean,
Yeah, that
really,
is.
Tongfu's yeah going for huge team fights right here.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say, talk to me about Bat Rider a little bit. I mean, what can we expect from him? What does he bring to the table? Because I have never, I've seen maybe one Bat Rider total. I mean, he doesn't even get picked up in the pub scene. I mean, where does
yeah,
he
I
fit
mean,
into this roster?
the only person that's got like oh, they got the Tinker.
Ooh,
Oh my
Tinky.
God, that's gonna be brutal. So yeah, with Bat Rider, you're going to be expecting like just massive disables. The only person that I've seen use him that I've seen him used enough on is Demon from EG. I mean, they love to run that lineup with Bat Rider, but here you're just going to be looking for him to just kind of roll around and try to set up all those ganks really early on. Tinker's going to be really solid in this game
Mhm.
because he's going to be able to just push down lanes, and every team fight is going to be kind of up to him as to where he wants to posture or
Mhm.
position those team fights at with March of the Machine. We're going to probably see How here have a little bit of trouble, especially since that laser is going to be doing a whole lot of damage to him, just blinding him. But that would probably force How to try and go for a Manta.
Mhm.
Or honestly, it's either the Manta or the BKB first. So I would probably say like How's going to be going for that BKB pretty early to just kind of disjoint or just get that blind effect off of him. So
Mhm.
just something to expect later on. But as far as Bat Rider, man, like this is going to be interesting. You don't usually see that kind of hero here in the
Yeah.
Asian scene. Not a whole lot.
I'm really curious. I can't wait to see what he does. The flaming lasso is an interesting ability, so I'm actually really see. And he's one of those heroes where you look at that and I'm like, yeah, there's some potential. Lasso, you can set up kills. So I'm curious across the board. Let's go ahead and take a look at these rosters though. On the TongFu side here on the rating, we're gonna have a Woke on Darkseer. Moo gonna be playing the Bat Rider. How, of course, on the Morphling, Kaboo gonna be taking care of the Sand King this game. And last but certainly not least, San Shen gonna be in charge of the Tide Hunter, dragging that pirate flag.
Up in the top lane, we've got on orange Ice, played by the Shadow Demon inside of the jungle here. Mushi as that Tinker inside of the middle lane. Yamate on the Queen of Pain. Extinct here on Enigma, and finally Winter as that Nature's Prophet. So it's looking like we've got Mushi here is going to be trying to somewhat solo up in the top lane. So that's going to be extremely nice going up against the more fling. I would believe how it would be going up top.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. How? Bleh. That's completely wrong. I would think How would want to go into the safe lane.
Yeah.
But this is interesting because it's looking like we might be seeing a defensive tri lane with all the supports of TongFu. It's confusing
I,
as to what's going to be going on here.
Yeah, I imagine there's going to be some lane shuffling happening, but if they even do this weird tri-lane down here, who's going to be picking up the farm? Is Bat Rider going to be the primary recipient here?
Pretty much, he's going to want to get that level 6 as soon as possible, and there's immediately just go to every lane and just kind of start setting up those ganks. So
Yeah. So
it's looking like that's what TongFu's motive is going to be for this game.
all right. Well, we do have Solo Prophet here going to be up against for now the solo Bat Rider, but his supports are moving around. Of course, we do have Invisible Kaboo here, and at least for now, Awoke is going to be clearing out the easy camp in the jungle. Up at the top, looks like Tide already getting a little bit aggressive here onto ice. Sanshen trying to do what he can, while all the while Mushimai just gets well, pretty much free farms. Unfortunately, Suicide Tide Hunter not going to go so well this game, as ice will keep him at bay. I think they have a nice lane ward here to get nice and aggressive if Sansheng chooses to move up. And of course, Enigma here by Instinct is going to be in the jungle for, well, any additional support they may need, though I can't imagine that Shadow Demon and Tinker will need too much help against that Tide Hunter.
No, that could mean, though, that this Tier 1 tower up top is definitely going to be going down extremely early. We see Awoke here in the bottom, just kind of inside of the jungle, and, you know, you can do that. You can run it with Darkseer. He does really, really well up in that Suicide, but, you know, he's just going to be farming it up inside of the jungle right now. Looking pretty good here for Moo in the bottom lane. Batrider doing pretty good up against Nature's Prophet. And, yeah, looks like Abu's just going to be doing some stacking some pulls here just to keep that wave in Moo's favor.
Yeah, Batrider is sitting 9-3, where Furion actually 0-0. So Furion gonna, well, looks like he thought about stacking, but unfortunately his Ancients are warded. Very nicely done by TongFu right there.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna prevent those Ancients from getting stacked. So very nice.
Although it is a one-way street here, as we see Tide has stacked his Ancients already, so that is going to put small advantage in favor of TongFu as things continue, but nothing too crazy, just those small things to note. As we are
looks like how inside of the middle now he was able to pick up that bottle, so that's going to be really nice, just getting some of that extra rune control up against Yamate. Looks like he's, oh, this is interesting. Queen of Pain actually taking a little bit of damage here. There's a Gush kind of blinking away, and he is going to be able to get away there, but still, nice little support here from Sansheng. And, oh,
the X's. Yeah, the flurry of X's. Oh, graphics bugs, how I love though.
I know. There's just so many bugs after the recent patch.
Look at this courier. Man, these teams and their couriers, man. Look at this thing. I don't even know what that is. This little gargoyle demon. It looks like a gremlin. Is that a gremlin courier? It's incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I'm loving it. So just looking at these rosters overall, I mean, do you like one of these teams? I think they both have a lot of teamfight potential. You know, Ravage on one side, Black Hole on the other. You got the Queen of Pain ulti. You know, you got your Wall of Rubber. A lot of damage can come out on both sides in these 5v5 team fights. Do you give an edge to either side, or I mean, is there any sort of a timer involved in this game?
Well, earlier on, it's really hard to gauge because you've got the Darkseer that's going to be extremely dynamic at all points of the game. He's going to be useful. Actually, now that I look at it, it's going to be a little bit more in favor of TongFu because they've got somewhat more of a reliable carry on that Morphling. And then you also, you know, of course, just have the Darkseer going to be able to pick up. That wall is going to be so useful in the mid to late game. But, you know, just the Queen of Pain is pretty much all they've got, like, going for them. Unless Tinker here is going to be able to get, like, massive amounts of farm.
That was my thought, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much TongFu kind of leading the charge here, depending on whether or not he gets harassed by TongFu. But, you know, obviously they do have that ganking, that team fight composition. So hopefully early on, TongFu is going to be able to utilize that. And already we see a massive push coming up here from Orange. Going to be just bringing Extinct up here with those Eidolons, just going to be doing a little bit of damage.
Yeah, they're going to pressure away. And actually down in the bottom, looks like they're considering putting on some counter pressure as well. So we may just see Tier 1 tower swap in the respective lanes here, top and bottom. Furion actually going to port up top as well for some additional pushing power. Perhaps this will get Winter back in this game a little bit if he secures the last hit on this tower with his little buddy Trees. And nope, Shadow Demon actually going to be able to get the last hit. But still, the tower does fall all the way in the bottom, though. Looks like this Tier 1 tower may fall also. Going to intercept the creeps. Going to be able to finish him off with the Ion Shell, and down she goes. So that's going to be a Tier 1 for Tier 1. Still off to an even start. 5 minutes in now, no blood, or first blood.
This is, yeah, a pretty good trade for both teams right now, both looking pretty even, but right now, Orange, it's looking like they're going to be pushing very heavily right now, putting, a lot of pressure on to Sangshen. He's trying to get away.
forward.
Oh, is he going to be able to surge out of the way there? He is going to be able to live, luckily. But still, the pressure right now in the top lane is pretty great. So I
Yep.
believe TongFu is going to want to try and prevent that tier 2 from going down.
Yep, great support from Awoke there to keep his buddy Tidehunter alive. He's actually going to eat up an invisibility rune, so Ice may find himself in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get pinched here. He's actually going to stop, and Hal going to come in, and yeah, this should be a pretty easy kill onto Ice as we see Darkseer engage it, but no, the Disruption going to come out onto Morphling. I don't know that it matters. Ice, yeah, he's going to go down, and whoa, Queen of Pain going to come out, and that's going to be a double kill. Beautifully placed ultimate. That Sonic Wave catching both of them. Wow, that is definitely not what Morphling was hoping for.
Yeah, Yamate with that scream right there was beautiful. So being able to pick both of those guys up there was perfect. We have Winter now just working his way into the middle lane right now, trying to make something happen, trying to push in the middle tower. But, I mean, Yamate's like right there. I mean, he should be able to see. Oh, wait. Winter is on
Yes.
Yamate's team.
Winter
Okay.
and Yamate are teammates.
Did one of those. Okay.
One of those. Oh, those illusions, yeah. Oh my! So yeah, but that is great news for Queen of Pain here. Let's take a look at gold difference. A nice 500 lead or so, actually in favor of the Dire, and about 1,000 XP as well. So a nice start. A nice start. Now Queen of Pain, of course, is going to be not only helping in the farm department, but that's going to be a good bit of experience getting 2 solo kills like that. And actually, let's take a look at the levels. We can see, well, leader of the pack, all tied up at 7. We're going to see an engagement here in the mid lane. Hao going to be in some trouble, and is he going to be able to survive this? No, the Black Hole actually going to come out. Sen Shen going to get caught as well. Morphling trying to stay alive. He's still morphing. He's still alive. He's barely going to be able to survive. There's the waveform out. That's the power of Morphling right there, and he is going to live. So Black Hole going to be used, and they don't secure a kill. Probably should have just cut their losses and obliterated that underfarmed Tidehunter.
That was insane. Yeah, to be able to live through that with that morph, that just saved him. So he's going to be able to get away. He's not going to lose any of that goal that he's been trying to save up for. And really, that's
so weird. He can morph while stuck in a black hole.
Yep.
That's so damn
ridiculous.
Good.
I know. I know.
That changes the scope of Morphling right there. I did not know that he could morph while disabled in a black hole like that. That is incredible. Wow. How you do it, man? That was incredible. My mind just got blown, Kawa.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
How do you do it? This would be the tagline for TongFu. How do you do it? Spelled like how. That's good stuff. Well, I mean, that is great news, though, for TongFu, keeping Hao alive. And actually, looking, I think, what is Hao now? 1-1. Yeah, he got killed by that Queen of Pain, so that is good. And, oh, my gosh, Enigma actually finishing off Darkseer happened here at the top room. My apologies, I did miss it. I was checking out Hao in the mid.
Some more pressure inside the middle right now. Hao just trying to make something happen on the Yamate, but they're just going to have to back up a little bit. Haste is on him, so...
Yep, so he's going to be careful. And Morphling actually needs to be really careful here. Ice up in the high ground near the Ancients. They do have a ward here, so both teams actually have a ward up there. So that is... good news. Batrider going to pick up his Blink Dagger. And actually, we haven't talked about Batrider too much this game. He's been pretty quiet farming, and it's going to pay off. A 9-minute Blink Dagger on top of his Tranquil Boots. He has a smoke in the inventory as well. That is scary. We actually kind of ignored Batrider for the past 5 minutes, and he's been doing work, man.
No, that's exactly what he needed to. So now we're definitely going to be seeing him kind of kick into gear here. I believe that's going to be what they're going to be wanting to do immediately. So he's just kind of gunning it. Yeah, there goes the Ion Shell on him. So he's probably going to be setting up into the middle lane right here. So going to have to be careful here on Orange.
And, you know, Queen of Pain, yep, there it is. She's going to get disabled. The ultimate's going to be used. And, yeah. And, oh, the disruption just in the nick of time. Very well done by TongFu. They drop the CCs and they pick up that kill. Darkseer actually finishing off Yamate. Now Ice going to get chased down. He's going to head for the hills. A port's going to come in. And, yeah, Mushimai is going to be here. And he's going to try to make something happen. Nope, just going to turn around. Mushimai doing that same Tinker build. We've, at least in my mind, becoming the norm of Tinkers 1-1-4.
Yep. Now he's going to be able to just continue to push around the map. Now he got his pot so early, so that's going to be great for him. He's going to be able to push in those lanes very easily. Right now, Kabu, though, has just kind of been hanging out inside of the bottom lane right now. Rather than going for the mana booties, he's actually going for something a little more survival. That doesn't make sense. He has more survivability with those power treads, so that's going to be pretty nice for him. He's going to need a lot of help from mana, though. He's going to be a little bit short on it, but...
That makes me
I mean,
wonder a little bit. I mean, is he going to try something? I mean, is this going to be like more of an aggressive Sand King? I don't see much motivation to get treads over Arcane Boots on a hero like Sand King. That's not particularly mana efficient. It just seems like an odd choice.
I mean, they have a whole lot of burst damage, so this kind of helps him out a little bit here. What would have been the mana boots, he would have had a lot less health, so I
That's
think it
true.
just helps
Yeah.
just a little bit in the end. So
That's a
he's
good
just going to
point.
continue to put pressure inside of the bottom lane right now, where I believe he's going to kind of be wanted inside of the middle lane. I mean, he's got the epicenter available to him right now. I mean,
Hmm.
he doesn't really have any wards, so what he's doing right now is... Oh, wait, no, there is actually one right there inside of the... middle of the river, so he's going to be able to see if anyone's going to want to go on him, but still a little bit risky positionally, like where he's
Yeah,
fighting right
interesting.
now.
These warding locations. They're both teams have the Radiant Ancients on lockdown, and then this same spot here down at that bottom on the high ground, kind of the comparable spot that'll give sight over that bottom room. So interesting. Both teams warding in the exact same locations, but not countering one another. Just I don't know. I don't know what that speaks to. The evenness of these teams. They both. What is it? Great minds think alike. Great teams think alike. Is that
Just kind of the defense and offense all in the same lane right now. They all kind of want to just focus inside of the middle, so...
Yeah. There you go. So Sand King going to continue farming down here in the bottom. And, you know, I thought about the tread choice a little bit, and I think you're right. It's sort of, well, what good are Arcane Boots if you can't survive long enough to use them? So, yeah, that makes sense. Would have thought maybe we'd see that third ability, the Caustic Finale, to complement that attack speed bonus, perhaps, but especially since he's been solo farming, thought he would have gone for that over level 2 Sandstorm, but alas.
Usually you go for the caustic with... Oh, wow, he's actually initiating onto Mushi.
Uh-oh.
So, wow, he uses the epicenter.
And that's going to be a kill. Beautifully done by Kaboo right there. Mushimai just unable to survive the damage.
And I guess that was completely worth it. I mean, taking Mushi out of there is really, really nice. And inside of the middle, we have... Oh, Yamate getting caught in the lasso.
Yep, down he goes. That's going to be an easy go. Bat Rider going to be able to pick this one up. That's going to be a 2-for-0 exchange across the map. Wow, so TongFu starting to heat it up a little bit. We can already see the power of Bat Rider if he gets that early Blink Dagger. I missed the initial initiation there, but a great counter against Queen of Pain, just totally nullifying her Blink.
Yeah, and with all that damage, it's just going to be like immediately melting her to everything. So this is really good here from TongFu. If they keep this up right now, they really should be going, I would think, for, I mean, I would think a couple more team fights here. They're kind of just, you know, in their own lanes, getting as many levels as possible. Tidehunter up here, you know, just kind of hanging out. He does have the urn, but I mean, you know, it'd be really helpful if he were in there to try and get a couple of those charges, but he's just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, you know, I think TongFu is playing this at a very comfortable pace right now. You know, they're they're happy to see their Tidehunter getting some farm. Down here in the bottom lane, Bat Rider getting a little bit aggressive. He does not have a lasso, so not going to be able to secure an easy kill. But uh-oh, Extinct coming in. He's got a Black Hole, no Blink Dagger, but still that Black Hole does pose a serious threat. It looks like Orange may opt to push this bottom lane here, as they are all grouped up. I'm sure the Eidolons will pop out fairly quickly. And yeah, Bat Rider just going to get the hell out of there. He's going to throw another ward down. What a generous Bat Rider.
Seriously, yeah. He's doing really, really well this game. And I think that, yeah, I think he's going to be going for a setup here inside of the middle. I mean, just anytime he gets up that lasso, he's just going to immediately like, okay, guys, we need to like go on this now. We need to like set up a kill now.
Yep.
We should do this. So as long as they're able to catch someone off guard, like, I mean, hey, Yamate's still here inside of the middle. They could go for it. So it looks like Mu here is just at least going to be able to farm up. That's going to be great. But still, I mean, gotta make something happen with this kind of lineup.
Yeah, definitely right. Tidehunter still doing his thing in the top lane, trying to make that recovery. I think they're just waiting before. I guess I should finish that thought before that action was about to spar in the bottom lane. I think they're just sort of waiting for that core. You know, they're letting Tidehunter have that recovery. Like, you know what, he's in great position. He can farm safely. Let's just wait and see what he can do. If he can get a nice blink, it's going to make these engages that much easier. But Awoke here going to be in a little bit of trouble. They need to be careful. Extinct still has that Black Hole. There's the disruption coming out onto Mu, and he's going to get the lasso off. Looks like Enigma may go down before the ult can even come out. No, the Black Hole is going to come out, but there's the Ravage, and that's going to be the end of Extinct. Looks like this fight going to go way in favor of TongFu. They're going to pick up a 2-for-1 trade here, and they may be able to grab one more as Yamate and Mushimai are on the defensive. Mushi is going to go ahead and pour it out. Yeah, that's going to be the end of it. So I was worried about that Black Hole. Beautifully timed Ravage right there. Sanshen Well done.
Seriously, yeah. Once he was caught off guard there, that rabbit just completely interrupted the black hole. So that was really, really good from him, just waiting patiently. And that's just like really nice here from TongFu Pain. Very patient. Ice right now inside of the middle lane getting pressured. Right click by How. It's looking like he's going to get disrupted though, so he's just going to have to
Yep.
back it on up once again.
That
He's got a
disruption.
lot of gold saved up, so what is that first item going to be? I wanna say honestly that an ethereal is going to be really solid in this lineup, but we could see a rush for BKB. We could see also a Mantis. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
It's hard to say. It really is.
mhm.
Any of those could work in this scenario, and it's really depends on kind of what TongFu wants to do here, how aggressive they want to be. And an early BKB could be quite powerful, but I don't know. I mean, Enigma with that black hole makes the BKB almost a little bit less desirable because it's just a little bit of a counter ski there.
Yeah. We see Yamante going for the Ag Scepter. Just got a double damage rune, so going to be just heading back into the middle right now. It looks like, whoa, how? Whoa! It looks like he's going to be initiated on here by Yamante. There goes the Scream. He's going to just have to back it on up. And inside of the Roche pit, looks like they're going for it.
Oh my, and look at that. Yeah, Orange is going to do it. They're going to use the Furion Tree Babies as well as all those Eidolons. A couple of them are going to go down, but we'll see if they can actually do it. Is there sight now? Let's actually take a look at the cam of the Radiant, and they do not have vision. They have absolutely no clue. They saw some of them walk by thanks to this ward here on the other side of the river, but they haven't a clue that Roche is under attack, and it's looking like an uncontested kill going to come out for Orange here.
That's going to be amazing. Oh my god, this is going to be really good for Orange to at least come back into it right now. They're at a little bit of a disadvantage, but now that they've picked that up, now that the Queen of Pain has the Aegis, they're going to just be able to get in those team fights, go up toe-to-toe against that Bat Rider that's going to be able to do just so much to disable and just immediately kill a hero, and then just kind of, go for a tower, honestly. I mean, that would be really nice for them to pick up right now, just give them a little bit more of a lead economically. And inside of the top lane, oh, looks like Moo already initiating onto Mushi.
Uh-oh, yeah, then that's going to be the end of Mushi. Nothing he can do. I don't think he even got a single spell off right there. Power of that Rider initiation. Ice going to be in a little bit of trouble here as well. Looks like he may be able to survive. Senshin does have that Ravage up, though, as his team fight's continuing. Orange going to pour it in, and, Senshin going to be in some trouble. He's going to blow the Ravage, and it looks like he will be able to finish off Shadow Demon. He's going to pay the ultimate price. What can Tidehunter do here? Not enough. Almost finishing off Yamate, actually, but doesn't quite have the damage. So, turns it into a 2-for-1, at least able to pick up that kill. Onto I guess it was really a 2-for-2 as Tinker did go down. Did Tinker buy back? Is that what yeah, there it is. Okay,
Yeah,
so
he did.
a 2-for-2 with a buyback. Not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's really close right now based on like how everything is going team fight wise, looking at like the economics, looking at XP not as much. I mean, they've got a little bit more of a lead on TongFu obviously because of the couple of extra kills that they were able to pick up, but still like it's kind of hard to judge how the rest of this is going to go for the mid game, honestly. I mean, they still have the Aegis on the Queen of Pain. They could still push in a Rax, honestly, if they felt like wanting to go for it. But, I mean, you still have the lasso from Bat Rider. He's actually going to be going on to Mushi?
Yeah, it looks like it. And Moon needs to be very careful. There's the ultimate from Yamate. Oh, the vacuum coming in from Awoke, and there's the wall of replicate as well. Can Moose survive this? It looks like he can, at least for now. That dot going to be enough to take him down. No deny. Oh, Awoke. Why you no deny, buddy? It looks like Yamate going to pop back up. They did burn the Aegis. Kabu going to be here. And I'm not crazy. He could have denied him, right? The Queen of Pain dot was on him. I'm not just blowing hot air. That was deniable.
No, you're not. You're not blowing hot air. He could have denied that, and surprisingly so, he was not able to, or he wasn't able to. He just didn't want to. Apparently,
he was just right up in his face. I was like, oh, the deny. Oh, wow, he didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
It was odd. Ahead, but okay, I was just making sure. And then I thought for a second, like, wait a second, can you not do that anymore or something? Am I crazy?
Not crazy.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Inside of the bottom, looks like Yamante kind of taking some damage from Kabu.
Yeah, and Kabu has picked up a Blink Dagger as well, and that's a relatively new item pickup. He's also level 11, so having that level 2 Epicenter and a Blink, that is certainly going to help TongFu in this mid game.
A lot. So if Orange decide to go for one of those team fights, it's going to be kind of scary because once Kabu gets up the Epicenter, it's going to be looking tough for Orange to try and take a team fight, honestly. So gonna have to be careful. We don't see a BKB up for anybody. Oh no, we do actually for the Enigma, so that's going to be very, very solid, luckily.
Hmm.
So he's going to be able to live through the massive damage of Epi, but even still, oh, they're going for the middle.
Yeah.
Yamate under a lot of pressure. He's going to be taken out.
Oh, poor Yamate. That lasso is just too much. I mean, just nothing you can do about it. Truthfully, there's just no escaping when Bat Rider engages on a squishy Queen of Pain like that.
It's keeping him in the game right now, especially score-wise, just being able to just every minute just try and go for a gank when someone's out of position with that lasso, when everyone's there. They're at least able to pretty much kill every single time they get a lasso up. So that's great. Moo's doing a great job with that. But, I mean, you don't see a whole lot of towers going down right now. You don't see a whole lot of fighting going on. We see Morphling actually going for that Ethereal Blade first, so that is very solid from Hao. Looks like Mushi kind of pushing in that lane up in the top, and I think I see, yeah, it looks like Radiant are going to kind of start to converge up into the top lane here.
Yeah, it looks. I thought they were going to try and do something. I saw a ping coming out, and I thought Sand King may turn around and try and set up a nice epicenter, but he's just going to head for the hills here, and
Yeah.
actually move to the mid. So that's sort of unfortunate. So what do you make of the BKB first for Mr. Enigma here? You know, not going for the Blink Dagger first.
It's going to be able to ensure that he's not going to get disabled at all. No stuns, nothing like that at all.
Ravage will not interrupt that, correct? If he has
Correct.
BKB on and he uses his ult, Ravage will not stop it.
No, so he's going to be able to just continue that black hole uninterrupted and everything. So that's going to be very, very solid from him. That's why he didn't go for the Blink Dagger first. So that's great. And I mean, really, that's going to kind of determine how team fights are going to be going here with that black hole going up, and then you get the March of the Machines from Tinker doing all that damage. So really hoping Extinct is going to be hoping for a solid black hole here, which will pretty much give the next team fight in favor of them inside the bottom lane, though. Immediately taking everybody out from Orange. Not everybody, but rather Queen of Pain and Shadow Demon. So that was very solid.
Yeah, now Winter, oh, he's going to be in some trouble too. They're going to engage on him. I think this is going to be a kill. He's going to try and port out, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Or did it have? No, okay, he fell. Just, whew. The text didn't pop up right away, and I was just like, there's no way he survived that. So a 3 for nil exchange, very nicely done. And that Queen of Pain, man, he blinked back and then got sucked in by the vacuum, like right away, totally nullifying the blink, and the Ravage was just too much. That was so nicely done by Darkseer. Awoke. He's on point, man.
Seriously, and he's also got a mechanism now, so really we should be seeing TongFu here trying to push in these lanes right now, or at least like team fighting a lot more than they have been. But you know, they've been a lot more methodical, a lot more conservative with how they're approaching this game in particular, because Orange have a pretty strong lineup.
Oh yeah. Well, Tidehunter does have that blink now. He's able to pick up after that last fight. He does not have a Ravage, but still, that Blink Dagger is going to be huge. Extinct going to come in. He's got a black hole. They're going to finish off Queen of Pain, though, and he's going to come in just a little bit too late. And that's the problem with going BKB first. It has a lot of advantages, as you were talking about, but being able to hop in and save your buddy like that is not one of them. All the while on the top, though, we do see Hao on that Morphling trying to pressure as best he can. He's going to get caught here, though, and, well, no, he's going to port back. Oh, he's going to try and port back. Pardon me, the disruption. Playing with my eyes. It looks like he did have an ultimate up here, and he is going to be able to hop back.
Oh, look at ultimate by Winter. Beautiful. Holy sh... That was great. Yeah. I didn't even think that they had vision of that, but that sweet little ward right there.
This humble little ward here that's going to expire in 30 seconds. Man, that's an expensive ward right there. That thing's worth its weight in gold.
Ward. Oh my god.
Well done on Morphling. That was just disorienting in general, between him trying to port out, then the disruption, then using the ultimate. It was just like, Morphling is dead. Okay, good. He's just just disappearing and reappearing all over the place. So disorienting. So that was nicely done, though. 13-9 now, about 24 minutes in. TongFu still hanging in there. They've got some of those cores. I think they're just going to be kind of working the Ravage rotation now. They've got 3 Blink Daggers on Bat Rider, Tidehunter, and Sand King. That is just so scary. That's so much initiation, and more importantly, a lot of counter initiation as well in these upcoming team fights. And that's jumping out at me.
Seriously, I really hope that, yeah, here we go. Here comes some TPs. Oh, looks like Moo's going to be going for it. He has a Blink Dagger going up.
Yeah, looks like Ice is going to get caught. Yeah, he's going to fall in a matter of seconds. Morphling going to be the one to pick up the kill. And this fight going to continue on. A lot of illusions here, and that's about it. They're looking around, trying to find somebody hidden in the trees, and they're going to find no such target. Yamate going to be in the secret shop. He's going to blink back to safety. So after all that, just a singleton kill coming out for TongFu, but not too... Actually, nothing was used. They still have all of their ultimates, it looks like. So they will be able to continue pressuring to try and make something happen. We saw Winter pushing the top lane. They're going to port up, and they're going to put some hurt onto Winter. I think he may pay the ultimate price here. So we see Senshin and Hao trying to chase him down. And, yeah.
Oh, there's the shotgun.
Oh, is it going to be... okay, there it is. Whew. That was a close call there for a second.
Seriously, I mean, Furion's doing what he's got to do. Like, in that engagement in the bottom lane, he immediately was like, got a split push, so in the top lane he went, but unfortunately with the replicate off of Hao, he was able to just completely prevent that from happening. We still have pressure inside the bottom lane right now, so the Eidolon's going to be able to do a whole lot with Queen of Pain, and that is going to be the tier 1 finally going down for Orange. 15-9 though. It's looking like they're actually going to be going for a fight here. Mu actually has his ultimate available, and oh, he's getting caught again.
Poor Yamate, just nothing he can do. The epicenter going to be used as well. Maybe a little bit of overkill, but ow, that has got to hurt Extinct. Now he's going to come in. He's going to catch the black hole. It's going to catch Kabu and Awake. And it's going to be enough to secure the kill onto Kabu. Awoke might be able to survive. I said Awake. Awoke may be able to survive here. Oh, Tinker going to come in. One last auto attack going to finish him off. But in comes Sidehunter with a big Ravage. Looks like that may be the end of Extinct. Mushimai knows he can port out here, and he's going to make it. That's going to be a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of TongFu. Were there any buybacks used? It doesn't look like it. Very nicely done. That Ravage, if only it could have come, but a few seconds earlier.
I know. Enigma wouldn't have been caught in that and wouldn't have died immediately because he still had the BKP up, but it was just right at the perfect timing.
Yep.
It stunned him, and he just fell like a rock.
Yeah, very nicely done. The epicenter to kill Queen of Pain. You had to wonder, what if he had that up for the fight? Maybe they could have done something else, but of course, once you use all that on Queen of Pain, you want to make sure you secure that kill and she doesn't just blink away with a sliver of health. So you can certainly understand why the epicenter was blown so so hastily it seemed, but just funny to see that many abilities used on Queen of Pain, and it's like, wow, they really don't like Yamate.
Seriously, every single time they immediately target Yamate, and actually that's the person who you want to be doing it to, especially since she's pretty much the semi-carry of the team. So
absolutely. And Roche has now respawned. Winter going to port in. He's going to start chipping away at him with all those treants. We'll see if the rest of the team comes in. Now, the beauty of that is no wards. We'll see Furion port in there. It doesn't look like there's much ward coverage here anyway for TF. So this could very well be another unchecked Roche kill. He's going to start taking some damage. I think they're privy to the situation that they're going to head over here. They're going to use a smoke, actually, and they're going to try and make something happen. Ice going to get caught here, and Ice is going to fall before the fight even really starts. There's no Ravage up, so they need to be a little bit careful. Extinct going to blow the BKB, but he doesn't have a black hole. Not much he can do, and Hao, going to try and chase down Yamate, but he's going to be able to blink uphill. Yamate does have a double damage on, so they need to be a little bit careful here. And Tinker March the Machine is going to do a good bit of damage as well. Nice vacuum from Darkseer. That's going to secure a double kill. And Yamate going to be the lone survivor in that little engage. He's going to be able to blink away with a little bit of health to spare. Tinker is still alive wherever the hell he is. I've totally lost track of him. Oh, he's back on the base. He's taking a bath. Wow, so another 3-for-0 exchange. Very nicely done by TongFu.
Kabu trying to like do something with that epicenter in that last engagement. It's like, I can help, guys. There was nobody around. The epicenter was just targeting ground.
Oh, big epicenter. He's trying to help out. You know, that's good. Taking some initiative.
I mean, at least they could probably take this Roshan here Half-Life. I mean, they don't have wards, but even still, I would have thought they'd be taking advantage of that one. Yeah. Unfortunately, not so. I mean,
oh
wait, are they?
Well, there we go. With Furion and Enigma dead, they've got the Ravage up. I see no reason why they shouldn't go for this Roche kill. Does Enigma have a black hole? No. So even when Enigma comes up, he's not going to be able to get there in time. I think they're going to be able to do this very easily. Although, oh, Enigma is going to port in. Black hole coming up in 8 seconds, perhaps. Is he going to have enough time? There's going to be some initiation here. Mushimai going to be the one caught by Batrider, trying to pull him into the pit. Unfortunately, not going to pull him far enough. It doesn't matter, though. They do secure the kill. Enigma is going to be able to finish off Sand King. A buyback from Tinker. This could be a little bit rough for TongFu.
Oh, no, the right click of Roshan.
Oh, no. Batrider going to get taken out. Roshan's still alive. Yeah, that's going to be enough for Batrider. Tinker going to come back in. Morphling going to pay the ultimate price, and it looks like that's going to be the end of it. Roche going to fall, and he's going to go to the hands of Orange. That buyback from Tinker, crucial to the success of that fight. Ravage actually not going to be used by Tidehunter. Ooh, that's disappointing to see a 4-for-1 exchange with Ravage still off cooldown.
That was
It's a chaotic fight, man.
yeah, a logistical nightmare. There was it was TongFu. I don't know if TongFu should have gone for that at that point. I mean, if they did it earlier rather than kind of like chill inside of the middle lane and then, you know, wait a couple seconds, then go for the Roshan, I would have definitely expected that to actually go in their favor. I mean, he's so close to going, or he was so close to going down anyway, but it looks like Orange now taking advantage of that team fight. They're going to be able to pressure this tier 2. They've got Yamante with that Aegis, so he's going to be able to live through a next team fight. And honestly, oh wow, that's a huge Ravage right now from Sansheng. An Epicenter as well.
Oh, so much damage coming out. Are they going to be able to make it happen, though? The Black Hole's going to come to counter-initiate. Yamate going to be able to survive. The Aegis is still up, and no kills coming out, so the follow-up from that Black Hole was not so good. A beautiful vacuum going to bring 3 of them in. In comes everyone else, and it looks like it's going to get cleaned up by TongFu. That's going to be a 2-for-0 exchange thus far, and the aggression continues. I don't know they're going to be able to secure another one, but wow, that Ravage Epicenter duo. Holy Toledo, Kawa. That was what I'm talking about.
I did not expect Sansheng to just come out of absolutely nowhere and just ravage every single person on Orange, and then followed up by Kaboo, and just, oh my god, that was beautiful. That was so cool. Oh my god.
Beautifully done right there. The scary part, though, is some items have been picked up for the Dire that are not so favorable. Here for
Oh yeah, not for TongFu. Yeah, the Maelstrom. That's going to be huge DPS for Winter.
Maelstrom, as well as the Sheepstick now on Tinker. He's got that Gwinsu, and wow, that is maybe scarier than the Maelstrom, but you're certainly right. That's going to really add to the right-click DPS. And on that note, Batrider actually going to pick up a Vanguard to get a little more survivability. Yeah, I think they're a little bit nervous of that as well.
This is, yeah, Vanguard for Moo. I don't know, because it's not as useful as it would be on a melee hero, because you've got half the damage that's going to be blocked. I mean, at least he's going to be able to
make something happen.
I don't even know. He's going to get a little bit extra health, a little bit of protection block, but still, it's...
I mean, I understand the notion of he's playing that kind of initiator role. He needs to be able to survive. I get that, but you're right. You know, 32 minutes in, was that the best way to go? Should he have maybe just pulled up and go for the BKB instead? I mean, I think you can make a case either way.
Yeah, seriously, you could, but it's up in the air right now. Looks like TongFu gonna continue to pressure up the top lane right now. The tier 2 is not looking so hot. We got a scythe picked up right now for Queen of Pain. That's going to be amazing, and it's looking like, oh, I don't know if Orange is gonna be able to defend this one. Do we have a black hole up? No, so.
Yeah, this could be kind of weird. Of course, Queen of Pain still has that Aegis. Very important to note it was not burned in that last team fight, although a very close call. So that is going to make this defense a little easier. And yeah, TongFu just going to back up, not going to pressure it, going to play very safe here.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually... I thought they were going to be able to kind of take out that tier 2, but, you know, there was pressure from Furion in the bottom lane. He was split pushing and trying to take out that tier 2, so I can understand their sentiments in that regard. So not too shabby. Kaboo here right now picking up his or very close, I should say, to picking up his Agnum Scepter, and probably going to be wanting to go for that Veil afterwards. Inside of the bottom lane right now, How turned into a piggy.
Yeah, he's going to survive, though. They don't quite have the damage. He's going to start morphing strength, and yeah, he's going to head back towards home. You know, we did mention earlier on, though, one of the things about these lineups that gives a slight edge to TongFu is Morphling is kind of the only true carry in this game. And eventually, he's going to start to overtake the carry power of Queen of Pain. But with 2 Hex Sticks, 2 Scythes, that makes me a little bit nervous for How. I mean, at what point do you think How is going to start to take over as that scary carry?
Scary carry. It's kind of going to depend how the next team fights are going to be going here, if they're going to be able to kind of pick those off. You've got also, it's not just 2 sheep sticks, it's like infinite sheep from Tinker, as he's just going to continue to rearm and constantly use Gwinsu over and over and over again and be a hassle. It looks like Mushi, whoa, in an awkward position here, going to have to force tap his way out of here. And he's going to be turned into a flying pig.
Uh-oh, Moo's in big trouble. He's going to head back up. He's going to make it up to the high ground. There comes the Ravage from San Shen. A lot of low heroes right there. Are they going to have the follow-up? Looks like they're going to be able to pick off Enigma as well as Tinker. Yamate may fall. No, he's going to be able to survive. Now this tier 2 tower undoubtedly going to take a lot of pressure with Enigma dead. He had a black hole up. That is a huge pick. San Shen, man, it seems he's everywhere in this game. 6, 1, and 12. That is one hell of a Tidehunter.
Seriously, that did so much damage right there. And then just having Moo there just constantly being surged, Force Staff, Blink. It's every single fight now is just having pretty much a 5v4 in favor of TongFu because they're able to take out at least one hero every single time they start to engage in a team fight. And that's exactly what they want with this lineup because they're so good with those team fights. So really, Orange right now in a little bit of trouble here. I mean, you've got those 2 sheep sticks up for Queen of Pain. For Tinker, you're going to be able to disable How, but I mean, honestly, the person you got to be worrying about here is just Batrider going in there and just initiating on your team. It's looking so good for them right now.
Yeah, absolutely right. Excuse my noobness here, but I have to ask. In that last fight, Batrider, although being Hex, was able to speed around. That was the speed buff from Darkseer, correct? That was
the Surge.
The
yeah.
Surge, okay. At first, I thought he had a Haste Rune on, but then I didn't see the red trail. So Darkseer actually kind of counters the Hex a little bit. In that case.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Mushi right now. I'm complete.
Yeah.
Sorry about
yeah, I
that.
see it. Yeah,
it's gonna go down.
Mushi is gonna go down here, and wow, it looks like Ice may fall shortly after. Pardon me, I was tunnel visioning on the Surge tooltip there for a second, and yeah, it's gonna be a double kill coming out for Batrider. Very nicely done. So on that thought though, Darkseer really does kind of counter the Hex stick a little bit.
Yeah, so
Wow,
it's
that's incredible.
supposed to be able to, like, slow him down, but really it just kind of goes
that
past that. The
totally
movement speed
nullifies
is
it. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. So I guess it's a static speed decrease instead of percentage. So with Darkseer's buff, it's still a positive speed gain, and that's huge. So yeah, great, good stuff. Seeing these counters, seeing some stuff. That's just another reason why Darkseer is so freaking good. I thought he was insane before I knew that, and now I'm just like, Darkseer, what?
I know,
Cheese
and
crackers, man.
they're going to be able to take out this tier 2.
Yep.
Tinker is still not in the game right now. They're going to be able to take the tier 2 top. They have the wards there, probably going to be going for that next as they rotate. And it's looking ridiculous right here for TongFu. Orange is going to have to be careful. They decide to actually go for the tier 3.
And they've got a Ravage. Just need to be careful of that black hole. Enigma going to get bursted down before the black hole can even come out. Epicenter now going to come in. That's going to obliterate Ice. A double kill going to come out for Batrider. That's going to be a 2-for-0, and this tier 3 is going to take a lot of pressure. The glyph going to be used at kind of the worst timing possible, right? Oh no, that's Radiant Structures. Oh my gosh, Furion pushing the bottom. Okay. Oh gosh, pardon me. So, okay, yeah, the glyph going to come out for Radiant and fend off that Furion push. Is Furion going to be able to survive, though? Winter is headed for the hills. He's got that sticky napalm, 4 stacks up. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive this. Moo's going to do a lot of damage here. Morphling going to come in. Yeah, that's going to be the end of Winter right there. So a noble effort, as you said before. Exactly what Furion needs to be doing in a situation like this, but just not enough.
Yeah, it's not, honestly. I mean, maybe they'll be lucky and catch a break when this next push comes up from TongFu, but really they're going to be looking to try and honestly take a Roche here and then probably go for a Rax.
Yeah, Roche going to be coming up pretty quickly. Queen of Pain still has the Aegis, so at this point, they might as well just play defensively for the next 2 minutes, let Roche respawn, let the Aegis despawn, and that'll give them a nice edge. If you look at that hero level chart, though, that's what's scary. You see 3 level 20 heroes all on the Radiant side, so they are definitely starting to pull ahead noticeably on these charts, now ahead by about 6k gold or so and 20k experience. Holy Toledo.
Jeez, yeah, the current gold right now for Furion is actually looking pretty close to 4,000. What is he going to be saving up for next? It's kind of hard to say right now. I'm trying to look for him. There he is. Maybe going for the Mjolnir. Maybe he's going to want to go for the Mjolnir. They're looking for trying to make something happen here inside the jungle. Sangshan's going to have to back way up right here because he's going to be caught off guard. They're going to be able to... Oh, I was about to say try and pick off to see what's going on. They have the wards there. They're going to be able to see Kaboo and Awoke coming here, so they're just going to kind of move on back.
Yeah, definitely right. So.
And Tidehunter is actually going to be going for that refresher.
All right, there it is. He's already got the pipe as well, and the Oblivion staff, and another 3k in the bank. Whoa, San Shen, look at you. What is his GPM right now? Sitting at 350. I guess this game's been going on for 40 minutes, so it's not as crazy as I thought, but it just seemed like all of a sudden, like, wow, Tide, I remember when you had 0 creep kills in this game in the long lane. What a recovery he's made throughout this entire match. Another big item pickup made right there by Mr. Batrider.
Yeah, and it doesn't really seem like the game's gone on that long, but really, like, just the team fights have been going slower than what we would have expected. I was expecting that TongFu was just going to go, like, all out crazy, as well as Orange to try and circumvent that, but really, it's just been, you know, a huge team fight, then you've got, like, a very long gap of time, and then it'll just happen once again. So, really, it just kind of escaped me there how long this has been going on. 41 minutes is actually a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me too. That's why I was sort of like, wait a second. Where'd Ty get all those items? Oh, okay, I see. He's been farming for 42 minutes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Darkseer has also picked up his Ags. I don't know if we talked about that, but always a big item pickup on him that really increases that damage output. Just further evidence about why things are scary here for Orange Esports. Has there been a Blink Dagger picked up on Enigma yet? No, there has not. He's picked up the mech, but I just feel like he needs that blink. With 3 blink daggers on the side of TongFu, he needs it just simply to keep up with the positioning. And we're going to see a smoke here for TongFu at the bottom lane.
And also in the top lane, looks like they went for a smoke on Orange. They're going to be going for Hao, and that's going to be pretty brutal if he's not able to get away from this one.
Oh, the black hole going to be burned, and that's going to secure the kill. And what is TongFu going to do here? I imagine they're going to pressure. No, they don't have creeps. Oh, no, they do have a fresh wave coming in. I guess they're just going to port back and defend this. They don't want to go for the base race. Probably makes sense. Against the Furion, I guess I wouldn't either.
Yeah, and there goes the tier 3 in the top lane. Unfortunately, the only person TPing back is going to be Awoke, so he's at least going to be bringing back this wave, but still the rest of TongFu is in the bottom lane. We have a Shiva's up right now for Batrider. Going to be able to pick up Mushi. Just going to follow up closely with that Burrow Strike. There goes it. Wow, he just completely melts under all of that damage. And it looks like the rest of Orange.
Yep, things going to continue here. Extinct going to walk right into the danger zone. He's got that BKB on. There is a Ravage up. Can he time it properly? No, it does not look like it. It is going to connect with Winter. And,
another Ravage goes up.
Wow, double back-to-back Ravage, and now it looks like Extinct going to be in big trouble. Yamate, he's got the BKB on. He's in there trying to do what he can. The replica's up, though, and that's going to add to the damage. Extinct looking like he's going to fall momentarily. Mushimai's bought back into this game. Does Tinker have the deeps to make something happen? It doesn't look like it. He dropped all of his mana. He's got the rearm, but it doesn't matter. He's going to fall, and that's going to be a 1 for 3. They should not have engaged that without the black hole. I don't know what Enigma was thinking. I was not ready for that refresher. I didn't see that he finished it. Beautifully done by Sansheng.
Seriously, like, I was about to, like, mention to you, hey, Ty got that refresher, but wow, they're going to be able to pick up the Roche. They're going to be able to push in Arax, and really, TongFu is looking very good right now. 36-17. The graphs actually don't even tell economically anything close to what's going on right now. I did not think it was only 5,000 in favor of TF right now. Orange doing such a great job just taking and keeping up economically, but XP tells a completely different story, and it looks like they're going to be trying to pick up. Oh, Icy's getting picked up right there. There goes the shotgun. Looks like Hal's going to be able to pick that up, and Roche is going to go down with the cheese.
Yeah, wow. So TongFu, they missed the first 2 Roche kills, but they got the one that really matters, and now things are going to be really rough. We're going to see the cheese end up on Batrider, and of course the Aegis going to end up in the inventory of Mr. Hal on the Morphling. So, wow. I mean, 37-17. It doesn't feel like there's such a gap in hero kills here, given that 5k gold difference, as you were just mentioning. But, wow, yeah, the experience chart is just... It's off the charts. I mean, that is insane right there.
As cheesy as it sounds, it's completely true. So they're just going to wait for the refresher for the ultimate of Tide to come back up so they can just engage on Orange right here, and then they're going to be probably going for that rack. So just looking to kind of get some of that buyback gold, I believe. Where is the current gold right now? Yeah, they're just going to be kind of working that up for Sand King, for Darkseer. Yep. So once they get that, they're going to probably go for that push.
Yep, Hao has also picked up a Lincoln's. I don't know if we mentioned that, but just going slightly more tanky as we continue to transition. And Darkseer has now picked up another Mystic Staff, so I imagine that will turn into a Sheep Stick eventually.
Yeah, Kabu actually picked up that veil, like I mentioned before, so that's going to be so solid in this engagement here. Oh, is Extinct going to be engaged on here? Yes, there goes the lasso, unfortunately.
Yep. And now, oh, he's going to get caught by the Ravage. Yeah, he's going to go down. Monster kill now coming out for Bat Rider. Queen of Pains here. Epicenter came out, I think. Was that an Epicenter? That was his. Yeah, it was.
That was an Epicenter, but it just was not able
much.
to do anything.
Yeah, I was thinking, wait a second, is that a missed Epicenter? Oh, I think it is. So they are going to pressure this Tier 2. Actually, the last remaining Tier 2 tower for the Dire side. Second last tower in the game. Outer tower in the game, I should say. It looks like not for long as the Tier 2 for the Radiant in the bottom lane is going to fall. As Winter pressures, and wow, that is a naked Prophet down there. That's adorable.
A naked Prophet?
Yeah, that little graphics bug.
Oh my god, so many.
Oh, that Prophet looking kind of silly. So Enigma is dead for another 19 seconds. He does have a black hole when he pops up, but they're going to have to fend this off for 15 seconds without him. There is no Ravage up. Oh, there it is. Going to use that refresher just as I bring it up, so there is going to be a Ravage. Don't know that they're going to need it, though. Mushimai going to get taken out thanks to the Bat Rider initiation, and yeah, this top lane of Rax is gone. TongFu pulling ahead, and it looks like they're getting pretty close to kind of GG territory here. Just kind of steamrolling their way to victory at this point.
Yeah, I think it's kind of going to be a matter of time right now. It's looking like they were able to pick that up. I mean, that's a pretty... Whoa, he just canceled the TP right there. Huh. They took out the Rex really late. It's 46 minutes, but, you know, they're just going to probably go in for it once again. They have an Epicenter. They have a Ravage, so pretty much going to be going for it right here, whereas in the bottom we're going to be seeing Awoke obviously going to try and protect that bottom rack, so not going to give them any chance, not going to give Winter any chance, Naked Winter I should say, of pushing in that bottom lane.
Oh, he looks so ridiculous. Who knew Furion was so like top heavy, man? It looks like his legs can't support like that muscle up on the top.
It doesn't make sense.
He looks kind of like the Undying when he goes golem mode.
He's raising the roof. Okay.
Oh, big black hole on the base. It's going to catch 4 of them. That's going to be a kill on the Bat Rider. Looks like the H is going to be burned, but Shadow Demon going to die to the Ravage. Howl going to come back up. Yeah, that's going to obliterate Enigma. Looks like Winter going to fall shortly after. Yamate, the only one left alive for this Dire side, and it looks like not for long. Is Blink coming up? And, oh, actually going to turn and finish off Sand King. Is there going to be enough damage from Howl? And there it is. Down he goes. Triple kill coming out from Morphling. A couple of buybacks going to be used. Tinker going to disconnect. Actually, Queen of Pain going to be the one to buy back, as does Winter. So a nice cleanup, but it looks like Orange will be able to hang on, well, for a moment longer at least.
Yeah, that was... I don't... Was he just like, forget this, and then like completely like disconnect, or was that like legitimate? Because he was right on the dot. Who paused that? I think Ice.
So yeah.
Yeah, immediately was just like, yep. I guess yeah, they're gonna kind of hold on here, but still, we see a massive push going on in all lanes. We got GG coming up right here for.
Is that a real GG call? I don't know what Meiguan Zai means. Looks like GG's.
That is going to be GG. Wow, okay, so once again we see a 2-0 here from TongFu.
Wow, TongFu is looking good, man.
Seriously.
So, yeah, the game going to resume here, and we'll see exactly what happens, but a couple people disconnected on both sides. I think, yeah, that is going to be the end of it. We'll see a little more action as Hal finishes off Winter. Actually going to be an ultra kill, but yeah, there it is. It's going to go down. So
that was an insane game.
Woo!
And I got to say, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, man. The finals are going to be crazy. It's going to be a best of 5, I believe.
Yes, the finals are a best of 5. Now, the thing about the finals tomorrow is scheduling. I don't know when it's going to start. I believe it will be DK versus TongFu in the finals of the Razer Mini Madness. We're at the bitter end here, but I believe DK has a match for another tournament tomorrow morning, or tomorrow evening for those of you in Asia at 8, and that's normally the time that we get started. So we'll see exactly how it unfolds again. Get at the social media, as you can see on your screen. Follow at It's Gosu, Zyori TV, and Kawa Cast, so you know when and where you can find the cast. The VODs for today will be uploaded upon the completion of this stream, so if you missed any of the action earlier on today, you can certainly catch up on the VODs. They will be on the It's Gosu YouTube channel and cataloged at Zyori TV. But that does it for us today. Kawa, any last thoughts, reflections, comments before we throw in the towel here?
Get ready for tomorrow, anyone who's in game watching. I've got a little
Get
surprise
hype.
for people watching, so that's going to be
Alrighty.
happening. Get ready for it.
Get ready. Get ready, gang. So until then, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We certainly appreciate it. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. Huge shout out to Razer for making this event possible. Make sure you check out itsgosu.com for all of your esports needs. Until tomorrow, this is Zyori and Kawa saying hold on, because we'll be back tomorrow.